piece of the cause, the key to the treasure.
Get rich with one piece. Get rich with one piece.
Yo, we got Luffy and Zoro, the better the duo. Sanji and Usa bring out the bankroll. Jekyll Mariah, he rips your soul. Brooke and Perona, they cold like a snow globe. Going through the stack like we looking for some crack. Taking y'all to class, man, you better know your math. Call the deck mather, cause he always running black. We don't need no power tools, we just bring the axe. Cause we bout to chop it up. TCG, level up. This is more than beginner's luck. Got so many ribs, they backing up. Rapping so cold, got the mains froze. Everybody know that the gang goes. Laws of the land don't make me repeat. We the next king. Getting rich with one piece.
Get rich with one piece.
The piece of the cause, the key to the treasure.
Get rich with one piece. 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 Get rich with one piece.
The piece of the cause, the key to the treasure.
Get rich with one piece. Get rich with one piece.
Yo, we got Luffy and Zoro, the better the duo. Sanji and Usa bring out the bankroll. Jekyll Mariah, he rips your soul. Brooke and Perona, they cold like a snow globe. Going through the stack like we looking for some crack. Taking y'all to class, man, you better know your math. Call the deck mather, cause he always running black. We don't need no power tools, we just bring the axe. Cause we bout to chop it up. TCG, level up. This is more than beginner's luck. Got so many ribs, they backing up. Rapping so cold, got the mains froze. Everybody know that the gang goes. Laws of the land don't make me repeat. We the next king. Getting rich with one piece.
Get rich with one piece.
The piece of the cause, the key to the treasure.
Get rich with one piece. Get rich with one piece. Get rich with one piece. Get rich with one piece.
The second the song starts over, because I have that background song on a loop, and that literally the exact moment that song restarts, it starts singing again. Which, whatever. I just wish there was just like a little bit more time. Like afterwards, I've mentioned this the other day. I just wish there was a little bit more time after the song, or before the song, but whatever. It's fine. I might have my wife. I might work with her and figure out. Maybe come up with like another version so I can have options or whatever. But don't get me wrong, the song is dope. I've been using it obviously for a while now. I really like it, but just see what else we can come up with. I'm not the type to just kind of close the door on all future iterations of what could be. But welcome. Now that I have my rant for now, I'm sure that I'll come up with some other fucking rant for some reason. But yeah, I'm back. I know I wasn't gone for long. I was just gone for a day. I didn't stream yesterday. So last time, this is the recap part of the show, right? When at the beginning of the show, you can hit that skip intro button. Or not skip the intro. I guess the intro was what we just did, the music. But this is like the skip recap. Yeah, that's what it is. Skip recap. So Friday we opened a box of EBO3. So it was the box that we got sent from Gank That. So Gank That, thank you very much. I'm super appreciative. And your wife for helping send that out to it. Thank you. Yeah, so we got some pretty good hits in that box. That was a really good box. Crazy because it's so funny how sometimes things work out, because the two Dom that I got, were the 2 Don that I needed, because I had gotten 2 Dons from my first box, and then these Don that I got from this box were the 2 that I was missing. So perfect, that worked out as far as like a collection. Now I'm complete with the Don, which is nice. Yeah, but then I think we did pull a alt leader, our second alt leader, which is cool. Then we pulled that Perona, and I didn't realize this, but I thought I was only missing 2 cards. I thought I was missing the Nico Robin and the purple VV, the 5-cost VV from EBO3, but I was also missing the Perona, the 4/6 Perona. I don't think she has a counter, but the black Perona. And I pulled that one, and I pulled the alternate art for that Perona. So very, very good box as far as the collection is concerned. What was the last thing that I pulled? I think I pulled it. Didn't I pull I pulled the Law. Yeah, there we go. I pulled another Law. So that was actually a very, very good box. The alt Perona is it's a cool looking card. I know I was bitching about it a little bit, how it just looks like they were just photos were taken from different angles. Like one was taken from the front, one was taken from the side. But getting a card that I didn't have for the collection with the Perona, getting another out of the 2 secret rares from this set, the Law is by far the better one, and this was my second one, so that's awesome. So yeah, very, very good box. I'm super happy with the box, and got the 2 Don that I needed too, so I was very happy with that box. So this weekend there's been a convention going on, and what's funny is it's not very far from my house at all. It's even closer than I thought it was before, right? Before I was saying it's like 10 minutes away. It's even closer than that. But anyways, so I've been doing that Friday, Saturday. I didn't go today because I bought the weekend pass, but I didn't go today because I just really didn't feel like it. I went there past 2 days. Looking back, I kind of wish that I would have went, FOMO, all that shit, but just to kind of finalize some different things. But I really got what I wanted there, right? I got some packs of everything, not a whole lot, but I did get some, right? Because things are just so fucking expensive. I got some OP14 packs. I got some, which I wish I would have bought some more OP14. I had an opportunity, but this guy pissed me off. Because I was trying to, you got to go in there, you got to fucking negotiate, and I hate that. I hate negotiating, but you got to do it. So I'm in there, and, these are the people that have the fucking, that they went into Walmart and just took the whole fucking row of all the fucking, the cards, and I hate that Walmart lets you do that, but whatever. But yeah, they took it because they're still sitting in that thing that Walmart puts their cards in, right? They're still in that. So whatever, it is what it is. But anyways, they had a ton of these fucking OP14, and there was a lot of EBO3 also. But this one dude, he had a bunch of them, and they were $10 a piece for the OP14. And I was like, can we get down to or what's the lowest you can go if I buy a bunch of them? And so one guy was running it. One guy was actually in charge. He was a young guy, probably a little bit younger than me, honestly. And I don't know if it was like his parents. It looks like it was his parents that were kind of helping him run his little vendor stand. And so I was talking to the dad initially, and I asked him, what's the lowest we can get down to if I buy a bulk of them? And he was like, oh, how many would you buy? I was like, I don't know, like 20 or 30. And then so he talks to the son. He's like, yeah, he wants to buy these. Can we get them? Can we get down to can we get down to, I don't know what I said, 5 or 6 or some shit like that. I'm trying to fucking start. And he's like, no, they fucking do this, and this is the shit that pisses me off. He was like, oh yeah, no, I got a guy in Atlanta. This is the son talking. He's like, no, I got a guy in Atlanta that buys them that'll buy him for, I thought he said 8. That'll buy them all for 8. He always buys them all from me for $8 or something. I thought he said 8, but then I was like, okay, well I'll do 8 too. And then he was like, no, 9. So I think he said 9. I think I'm misremembering. I do think I'm misremembering that. But I was already pissed off at that point because they're always like, oh, I got this guy fucking in Atlanta. Both the 2 people that fucking said it this time, both said, "Oh, I got this guy in Atlanta who will buy them all from me for blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Motherfucker, why you bringing them here? What the fuck you bringing them here for?" Anyways, today was going for 10, and the EBO3 was going for fucking 16 all over the fucking place. So it was very frustrating. It was a very frustrating time. So, you know, I didn't pay 16 for these. I can't remember what I got. I think I got down to 12. Yeah, it says 12 on there. Maybe I got them for 10 because I bought a couple of them. But I think I bought all these from the same people. So I may have gotten these for 12 or 10 a piece. But whatever. I wasn't super upset about it. Then I saw a fucking person who had one of those. They had one of the, I don't know what to describe it as, but it's like one of those machines where you just feed the cards, where you set the cards into them, and it's like a feeder basically. Yeah, it's like a card pack feeder, and I'm sure you've seen them before. But you just put the cards, or not the cards, but you put the booster packs in them, and then at the bottom you just bring it out, and it automatically kind of feeds down. Anyways, they were all loose packs, so they weren't the blisters. They were the actual, just the booster packs from EBO3. And I'm just like, I can't buy those anymore. I have been burned on those too much in the past. And they were selling them for 10. These people were selling theirs for 10, and I'm like, that's abnormally low for selling these. And maybe it's not super low for the loose packs like that. Maybe the blisters, because all the other packs that I saw were the blisters. And so I don't know if you know, those loose packs typically go for 10 or whatever, but it was noticeably different. It was, you know, noticeably different from what the blisters were selling for. And I asked him, I was like, "Do you guys have the boxes here? Do you guys have the boxes of these things?" He was like, "Oh no, we left them at the shop. We opened these at the shop, blah blah blah." And I was like, "Man, that I was like, I can't buy, you know, packs like this, because I don't want to just buy a bunch of fucking dead packs." You know what I'm saying? And one of the guys was like, "Oh, yeah, you have every right to be, you know, hesitant of." So I don't know if he was trying to tell me something or what, but he was like, "Yeah, you have every right to be fearful of, you know, the dead packs and blah blah blah." And so I don't know if he was just telling me like, "Yeah, motherfucker, these are dead packs, don't buy them," or if he was just, you know, trying to convince me that they weren't fucking dead packs. I don't know what the fuck he was doing, but I didn't buy his packs because I was not that having it. But God, Koala's alt arts all look the fucking same. God damn, man. Koala's gonna be good. I've been playing Koala. I saw a video of Koala on YouTube, and I put the deck together in the sim, and I've been playing it. And my biggest problem with Koala is I'm so stupid that I don't know how the fucking deck works, right? Like, I know how Koala works, but I make so many errors, and it costs me the game. Like, I complain about Koala being better, and like, I think Koala could be better. She absolutely could. But I think my biggest problem is I mess up quite a bit. Just I do stupid ass plays and I fuck it up. So today I was purposefully, while I was on the sim, playing extremely tryhard, extremely sweaty, trying to like make the optimal plays in all the different situations, and I was actually doing pretty good. This Koala deck that I was playing with, that I had, was pretty good. I was pretty happy with it. I think I'm probably going to make the changes. There weren't a whole lot of changes from what I typically play, but there are some changes, and I really like it. So I'm probably going to make those changes before the tournament that they have tomorrow. The Heroines Cup tournament that there is tomorrow. So I'll probably make those changes and yeah, see what happens. But yeah, I was doing pretty well with it. I didn't win every game, but I tried to go against all the different heroines. and then I played like a couple of games against like Yellow Luffy, and I did fairly well with that one, except for the fact that he he hit this one trigger and it just fucking cascaded into him winning the game. I could have potentially won, but I think on the very first fucking card, on the very first life, he hit a fucking like the Sanji Searcher trigger, and it just was enough for him to stay ahead of me for the rest of the game. Because the game came down to being very close. So I should have done what I typically do. I don't normally attack until I have like 3 bodies on the field, so I can kind of like attack all at once. You know what I'm saying? But it was a mistake. It was a play mistake. But anyways, Koala, I'm gonna update it, make the minor changes to it, and I'm excited. I need to just play better, right? Because the sim does everything for you, right? Like whenever they play a character off of another character's effect. Like that was something that I missed yesterday when I went to the tournament. I didn't play a character, or I didn't make him take a life when the character, and he did it a second time. I was like, fuck, I didn't make him do it the first time. So he didn't have to take a life the first time. He took a life the second time. But it comes down to those stupid things, and then not realizing he can have unblockable with the Vivi. I'm talking about Vivi in particular. They have unblockable, and with the terracotta. And what's stupid is he drew the terracotta and he revealed it, and he showed me that he has the terracotta. And this was like, 3 turns ago, but still he showed me that he had the terracotta in his hand, that one of his characters can become unblockable. And so he swung, I took the hit or something like that. And when I could have gotten out of it, and then he gave his fucking, and then he gave his character unblockable, and I lost the game because he slapped 14 down, or he slapped 8 Don on him or something like that on his Chaka Impel. So anyways, just stupid minor mistakes. I need to just kind of get better and slow down and actually focus on the game, because it's something that I do a very bad job of. Anyways, man, I'm going off on tangents here. All right, so this weekend was a pretty good weekend. I didn't talk about all the stuff that I got. So I will start on that right now. So one of the things that I got is right here. And so I'll talk about, so this is the only thing that I have here, right? So as far as like loose cards, I did talk about some stuff on Friday, because I did buy some stuff on Friday. But yesterday when I went, I spent a little bit more money, not a whole lot more, which I'm very happy with. Like I spend more money on fucking, on boxes and stuff when I go to different places. But anyways, I was pretty happy with the little bit of money that I spent, especially for what it was. There was just so much Pokemon there, and again, the festival typically has been called PokeCon or whatever the fuck it is. Like in the past, this was the first year that this particular fest changed their name to Trading Card Con. So it was PokeCon, now it's Trading Card Con, but this was the first year that it was Trading Card Con. So it was a ton of Pokemon, whatever. But anyways, so I bought 2 additional copies of the release event winner girl cards. I bought 2 of those. I bought those for $90 a piece, which I've always talked about these cards. I think those cards are going to be very, very popular. I mean, they're already very popular, but I think the value on them is going to go up quite a bit. I have 2 of them getting graded right now. Who knows when the fuck those will come back in a few months. I'll probably end up getting these graded at some point. But so right now I have a total of 4, which I love that number. I love that number for that card. It is going to be a very good card. I think, again, all this stuff is just my opinions on stuff and how I think the cards are going to move. But I think those cards are going to do very, very well. So I'm super pumped about those, what the future holds for those. Those were $90 a piece, which isn't too bad, right? Because they were, when they first came out, they were like in the hundreds of dollars. So, devs, what up? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm just on my rant, man. I'm kind of talking about what I got at this card convention that I was at this weekend. So yeah, I picked up 2 copies of the release event winners, girl cards, and then I got one of my. It's not a grail card, but you know, it's a card that I've talked about for a while, and I'll show it real quick. Um, got it for a fairly decent price, right? When this card first came out, it was like in the hundreds of dollars. I mean, it's still in the hundreds of dollars, but I paid like $190. Paid ended up paying $190 for it, which, you know, when all said and done, I don't think that's too bad. For this card, it looks fucking amazing. And again, I think when the market kind of goes back on this upswing, this is one of those cards that will go through the roof because it's a amazing looking card, right? And I did a little bit of looking at it. That's something I got to get better at when I'm like buying cards at these events and stuff like that, is like actually inspecting the card. And this is one of the cards, those 2 girls that I got, I actually picked up the card and looked at it, you know, kind of gave it a good once or twice over, took it out of this little, because everything that you see it in right now is what it came in, but I took it out, made sure to look at it. Everything looks good. I don't really know. I'm not a fucking, you know, grader, so I don't know everything that they look for, right? I know they do the corners, the edges, the surface, and then the centering. I know that those are the things, or at least that's the 4 categories that they show on the Beckett graded cards. But I mean, I looked at it and I'm like, shit, it should look good to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for like obvious things, right? Like the whitening on the back and all that stuff, and look at the corners and the edges, those kinds of things. And so this card looks really good. Like centering, I really don't know how to look at that at all. So I'm just gonna have to like trust. But yeah, this card looks really good, and oh my goodness, I'm really happy. This is probably my favorite thing that I got over the weekend. No, it definitely is. There's one thing, and we're gonna get into that here in 1 second. We're gonna get into this other thing in 1 second, but this card is the one. Yep, Devs, as you're pointing out. Have I played in any heroines? Yes, I played in one yesterday, and I went 0-4. I played so fucking bad. It was just horrible. Like, I don't know what the hell I was doing. My mind wasn't in it. I was just talking about, I've signed up for like 14 of them, so I'm gonna be doing it all fucking month. Will I make it to all 14? Probably not, but I signed up for that many at least. So I will be hopefully getting better and learning some stuff as we go along. But I played fucking awful yesterday, so bad, it was crazy. I mean, it is what it is. But I'm gonna make some tweaks to my koala deck, and I'll give it a couple more tournaments, and then if it just isn't working, then I'll maybe try Shirahoshi or something, because Shirahoshi is one that I really have been wanting to try, but we'll see. But yeah, this card looks so good, man. It just looks awesome. Like, ever since the first time I saw this card, I was like, I have got to have that card. So I'm very happy that I was able to get this, because it just looks so, like, they do such a good job at like highlighting the things in gold. Like the highlights in her hair are gold. Just around this word bubble is gold. These characters leading up to the word bubble here are gold. It just looks so good. Hold on. You pulled the Alt Art VV Nami. Oh, so you're saying the packs that you won? I'm thinking of like the tournament packs. I'm thinking of like the Heroines exclusive, the Heroines Cup exclusive packs. But you're talking about you pulled an Alt Art VV and an Alt Art Nami? and a Robin out of the packs that you won from the tournaments. Man, people have been getting crazy luck through these fucking, like, through these things. Okay, yeah, that's okay. I was thinking the those packs or whatever, the alternate packs. Who did I get from the I think I got Robin. I think I got Robin from the. So what they gave us was, you know, they gave us one of the tournament packs, right? That had the so in the tournament packs they have like the Tashigi, Nami. Who else do they have? Vivi, and then like Robin or something like that. Those are the ones that they give out, or that they have been giving out quarter one of the year or whatever. So I got Nami yesterday. I do have all four of them now, or I've already had all four of them. This was my second Nami from those packs, and then you get the packs from just the Heroine Cup, and I can't remember who the hell I got. Did I get Nami? I think I got Nami. I don't remember who I got, but I can look if it's, you know, I can look. But anyways, yeah. Well, that's freaking amazing. It's so crazy because like ours were like pack per wins. So, you know, when you win a match, it was funny because like they sat the pack on the table and was like, oh, okay, whoever wins, you know, take the pack or whatever. And it's like, okay, great. And to see everybody fucking take the packs after every game, it fucking sucked, dude. I was like, I cannot go through this again. But I played very bad. I played extremely bad yesterday. Like, looking back, even when I was doing it, right? Even when I was playing, like, I was playing bad. I even mentioned it to the people I was playing against. I was like, yeah, I should have did this. I should have this. But you live and you learn. It's crazy because I've been playing Koala for a while, and I just play her so badly. It's weird, but whatever. I think I've learned quite a bit. I played quite a bit of Koala today on the sim, and I was doing halfway okay. I was doing all right. So I'm thinking that I just need to make a few adjustments, and I can have that. Okay, babe. Yeah, this through. So on my screen here, what I can see, you know, they have the chat or whatever, and the names are like color coded, and typically the names are different colors. But Devs and then Babe, your like the names, like your usernames are both in red. So when I just looked at it, Devs had been talking, and Devs is like, I'm downstairs. You want to come see me after? I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, Devs? And then I looked. I was like, it was you. Okay, yeah. But anyways, let's see. All right, so we got this. I am very pumped about that. Like, absolutely. But there was something crazy that happened today. Something crazy happened today. So, there wasn't a whole lot of Riftbound at all. Like, I didn't see one single card in anybody's displays, and you know, I didn't, you know, methodically look through each and every card and every display. So I mean, it's definitely possible I missed it because there was like hundreds of these fucking vendors here, right? And so I didn't, you know, look that closely, but I went to all of them, and I kind of like did some scanning, and you know, I'm looking mostly for One Piece, but I didn't see any like Riftbound either. But I did see. No, I was more worried about Dev's. Why are you in my house, man? That's what I was freaking out about. No, I'm just kidding. But let's see. So I did see. So I was going around, and somebody had. It was funny because like I was in one aisle, and then I saw like packs of Riftbound, the Origins. I saw these sitting on like you know, they have like their stands behind them or whatever, but they're like back to back with other vendors, right? So I'm walking down this one, but they're back to back with this other vendor. So I saw these, and they were sitting, you know, behind this vendor that I was at, and it looked like it was like on the other side, like it belonged to the vendor that was right on the other side. So I was like, are those Riftbound packs? So I walk around and they were, I did find them. I went to the vendor and I was like, okay, yeah, what are these going for? And people don't give a fuck about Riftbound right now, right? Like it is a very popular game, but it's new, right? Other games are more established. I think Riftbound has a lot of potential and it's potentially going to be extremely popular, but for now, again, it wasn't represented at all at this place or whatever. I did see some boxes, like I saw one box of Origins and they wanted like 270, 280 for it, like whatever, I'm not going to pay that. And then I saw a couple of boxes of Spirit Forged, and they were going for like 190. But I've seen Riftbound kind of like trending downwards, as our Spirit Forged trending downwards. So I've been paying like 180 per box. So I'm thinking it'll potentially go down to like 170, 160, shit, maybe even 150. I'm hoping, but anyways, blah blah blah. That's literally all that I saw until I saw these, and he just had 4 of them sitting back there, and I was like, yeah, what are you going for those? And he's like, oh, they're going for 12. I'll give them all to you for 10 a piece, right? So I'm like, whatever. I hadn't bought it a lot already, so I was like, okay, I want some Riftbound. Let me go ahead and grab that. And this morning, I decided I was gonna open a pack, and it had a couple of cards. And it's funny because I had just a couple of days ago looked through the cards that I was missing, like because there's so many cards in the first set. There's like 280 cards or something like that in the first set, and it's a lot harder to complete the set because there's just so many more cards, right? And so there are some. So I'm pretty sure I have all the commons and the uncommons. Actually, I'm missing one uncommon, which I don't know how, because I know that I've had this card. I must have just thought that I've had play sets of it and been selling them. But anyways, I got a couple of like rares. I got one of the leaders. Who did I have? The Kaisa. So I did have the Kaisa alt art already. So the legend cards. I had the Kaisa legend card already. The alternate, but I didn't have the original artwork for it. So I pulled that. I pulled one of the rare cards that I was missing for the red domain. So I was like, okay, cool. Like I wanna open another one to see. I'll open one more and I'll see what I get, right? And I got something that I didn't have, definitely. So I'm gonna pull that out real quick, and I'm super pumped about it. My wife was sleeping this morning, and I went and woke her up to tell her, because I was like, babe, you're the only one I can tell about this right now. And so I actually hit on this Lee Sin signature. You can see that right there. Hell yes. So it's funny because these look exactly the same as like the regular alternate, right? It's just that these have obviously the signature on it. Yeah, it has so they look the exact same. So when I initially pulled it, right, I'm just, I'm like, I was like, oh shit, this is dope. I got the alternate art or whatever. And then, upon further examination, I see that it's the signature version of it. So I was absolutely pumped. I was ecstatic when I pulled this card. And it's crazy because I'm like, okay, weekend was 100% worth it. I pulled a card that's raw. This card is going for like $700. And I think it's like 700, 750 right now, right? And it's probably only going to go up. And that's more than I spent. Yeah, that's more than I spent at the whole weekend. So I made my money back and then some with this card. But yeah, it looks amazing. I am super excited to have this card. Yeah, it's crazy. So this is the second signature card that I've pulled so far, and both of them have been from Origins because I pulled the signature Jinx card. That one's getting graded right now. I don't know when the fuck I'm gonna get that back. That's just a whole fucking mess right now. That order that I sent in, because I sent that in with some other signature cards, some actual signature cards So I had the voice actor, the English voice actor for Shanks, sign the Gold Dawn, and then 2 of the Special Prince Shanks from PRBO2. I had him sign all 3 of those, and I sent those into Beckett. And like a month ago, they send me a fucking email talking about, oh, these have to be, do you want them to be authenticated because they have to go through the authentication process and blah blah blah. And I'm like, I want the grades to be, or excuse me, I want the autographs to be graded too, just whatever it needs to be done. And they take so long to fucking reply, that I just got notification like a week ago that, okay, yeah, we're gonna put it in this authentication queue. And then the authentication queue, or the authentication services, sent me an email saying it could take 60 days from when they got it in their queue. And I'm just like, I sent these back November 30th. That's when I sent these cards initially, November 30th. But whatever, I'm past it. I want to open some packs. But yeah, this, oh my goodness, I cannot believe I got this today. That is crazy. So, we got to start with the origins, see if we get lucky enough to pull something else. I would be, flabbergasted if we got some other shit, but we got some other craziness, like, oh man, like that Lee Sin, another signature. Let's see, these blisters, they don't have they're not as tied together. I mean, they still are, but they're not as tied together as like a box. All right, Clockwork Keeper, Consult the Past. All right, I need a salvage. Salvage is what I need. Morbid Return. Oh, a Sprite Mother, that's not bad. Reckoner's Arena. When you hold here, activate the conquer effects of units here. Very nice. A signature spell, yeah. Hey man, I've opened a lot of these things. Trust me, I spent a lot of money. Honestly, hopefully I'm able to, I'm really excited about the Jinx. Like the Jinx, I think those are going for like 2,500, like 10s obviously. I think those are going for like 2,500. I'm not going to sell it anytime soon. Like that's something that you hold on to for a while. Same with this Lee Sin, because this Lee Sin will be getting his ass sent at some point this week. I guarantee that he's going to be getting sent. Ooh, Volibear, not too bad. All right, what is next? Ooh, very nice. Super Mega Death Rocket. It's funny, this is my 3rd Super Mega Death Rocket. So, god damn it, I don't care about cheap streamers, you son of a bitch. Ooh, a spinning, bro, spinning axe. That is a fucking fire ass. Oh, I'm trying to ban this fucking person. Yeah, ban him. There we go. But yeah, spinning axe, dude. That's fire. That is a fire spell. From what I've seen, like apparently Draven is like a very, very good deck right now. I think it's like the #1 deck being played right now, and obviously it's the signature spell that goes in his deck. So yeah, that's a really good signature spell to pull. But Super Mega Death Rocket, yeah, this is my 3rd time pulling this card, which whatever, right? So I have 3 of them. I have a play set of these things right now. I think I have them posted for like $45 or something like that, because they were going for quite a bit. Obviously, everything was going for a lot whenever the game first came out, but I think now these are going for like $5. Excuse me, $5 or something. All right, so it's a 4-cost spell, signature spell. Just deal 5 to a unit. When you conquer, you may discard 1 to return this from your trash to your hand. So you get to use it pretty consistently. That's actually, these 2 hits have been crazy, and I'm trying to think of what else I fucking, oh no, wait. So I pulled the 2 this morning, opened the 2 this morning, that's what happened. And obviously the Lee Sin was in it. Was in one, and the other one I just had hit some things that I didn't have. So yeah, these have been some really good packs so far. what do we have here? Rune Prison, Magma Worm, Watchful Sentry. I want to salvage. I need a salvage because I apparently don't have any, which pisses me off. Zonite Bouncer, Facebreaker, Void Seeker. That's a really good one. Vanguard Sergeant, Victor, and Set. Alright, well, that went in anticlimactic order, but that's okay. That is okay. Alright, because we got some of these now. I would actually be surprised if I get anything from these. So I know that these aren't like specifically tied to these aren't specifically tied, but I don't know, maybe I'm very pessimistic and I'm like, oh, these people are trying to fuck me. They're trying to, you know, they open all the good packs and then they just leave you with the shit. They leave you with the bullshit. So I don't know, we'll see. We shall see. Okay, this is OP14, right? Yeah, OP14. So we're gonna just do both of the OP14s first. And then we'll jump into the EBO3s. I need a koala. Alright. Arlong. Ooh, Gecko Moria. Very, very nice. I'm trying to think. I don't know if I have a playset of these yet, but very important card if I ever want to try and get a Thriller Bark package to work. So yes, I will definitely take that. I don't know if I have a playset of that, but again, if I do have a playset already, then obviously I can sell it very, very easily because that's a very popular card. Very popular card. But if not, I will absolutely take another one of those Gecko Morias. Alright, what do we have next? Loud G. Porsche. A Brickbat. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Boa with her nasty self. Ooh, that felt sticky for a second. Alright, we got a Gecko Moria. That's actually not bad at all. Not bad at all. So I do still have some OP14s, some of the blisters, but I wanted to open 10 packs. That's the normal number. Maybe 8. I think we have 8 here, but we'll see. Did open 2 this morning, so for me it's 10. All right, EV03. EV03 is very weird because it has about half the cards in it. Probably, I mean, it has a little bit more than that. Probably like 60% of the cards that a typical set has, but the boxes still have. Oh, a Tashigi. Tashigi's kind of lame. But yeah, the boxes still have the same amount of cards in them, so you're getting a ton of duplicates. It is absolutely crazy the amount of duplicates that I have. And again, it's because it has 60% of the normal amount in them. Thanks for the treat. Okay, Monet. Gereto. Alright, so 2 more EBO3s. Cammy. Ooh, damn it. I'm tricking myself here. Don't tell me that Tashigi's gonna be the best pull. Come on, let's get a Let's get a VV. Just to complete the set. Let's get a VV. Let's get a VV so we can complete the set. Come on, come on. We can do it. We have the meats. Pudding and Shirahoshi. Look what the Shirahoshi does real quick. This one, let's see, 3 costs, 0/1. Activate main. You may trash this character. If your leader is Shirahoshi, add 1 card from the top of your deck to the top of your life cards. Then all of your Neptunian type characters gain plus 1000 power during this turn. This is a very, very strong card. Holy shit. Getting to heal for 3 and you give everything else? That's crazy. That is actually crazy. And you give all your Neptunians plus 1000 power. Man. This is some shit that fucking whatever her name is needs. Koala needs some shit like that. In the description, I did have that we'd be opening some Spirit Forged as well. So y'all can't call me a liar. Here's a pack of Spirit Forged. I think I've hit quite a bit of stuff from this box, so I don't know what else is left. Blood Rush. Ooh, Dessert Call. Sounds delicioso. Yordle Explorer. Ooh, Sudden Storm. Deal 2 to a unit at a battlefield. If it's attacking, deal 4 to it instead. Okay, so it's pretty good for just hiding it. So that sounds like something you want to hide every time. Units can't be played here. Ooh, 2. I don't ever see that. Sunken Temple. I don't think I have this one. When you conquer here with 1 or more mighty units, you may pay 1 to draw 1. I don't think I have that one. Wages of Pain. Ooh, Piercing Light. That card just looks cool. And ooh, Sacred Shears. Yeah, I do not have this one. I know that I don't have this one. This is giving like Hercules vibes. When they were like cutting the life forces and stuff, when the Fates were cutting the life force. That's 100% what this looks like. Those scissors look exactly the same. Alright, so it's a 2 cost, 1 power equipment. And to equip blah blah blah. Death Nail, draw 1. When I die, get the effect. Okay, that's an okay effect, I guess. It's +1, draw 1 on death. So, okay. Not too bad. And then we get a Sand Soldier. Alrighty. Well, not too bad. Not too bad of a day overall. I know this wasn't a hit that we hit today, but I'm gonna show you anyways, because y'all gonna look at this, damn it. Ooh, look at this Lee Sin. Ooh. I genuinely cannot believe that I pulled these from this dude who just had them sitting there and didn't care about them, was like, oh, okay, I'll just sell them to you for $10 a piece. Obviously, he doesn't know what's in them, right? I could have gotten 4 busted packs, right? But the fact that this card was in one of them is absolutely insane. Is absolutely crazy. Yeah, I'm trying to just do a reflection of the name for sure. Alrighty. Well, that is it. And yeah, that was kind of quick. It was about 50 minutes, but I spent the first bit just yapping. But yeah, we should be back tomorrow. I don't see any reason why I won't be streaming tomorrow. Actually, I do have a tournament tomorrow, so we'll see. I do have the tournament, so we will see. But anyways, I'm grateful for you guys being here, and until next time, peace.